Soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great!
You bet.
Yeah.
I hope we find them soon.
Hello gamers, GameTech Plays here. In this video, we will unbox the graphic card of my gaming PC because finally I got the latest Geforce RTX 5080 Aorus Extreme Waterforce 16GB graphic card. And I bought this GPU from M4J's IT Solution in San Juan City, Metro Manila. Now this is one of a kind or unique because it is a water-cooled graphic card. With its water-cooled feature, I have no worries about its temperature as I can maximize its performance to its limit. But before we unbox this, let me walk you through the features of the Geforce RTX 5080 Aorus Extreme Waterforce 16GB graphic card. Now, as we can see, this is the whole exterior design of the GPU. And there are a lot of features this GPU can offer. It is powered by the latest technology of NVIDIA, the Blackwell architecture, with a base clock of 2295 MHz and a boost clock of 2805 MHz. It has CUDA cores of 10752, 5th generation tensor cores of 336, and 4th generation ray tracing cores of 84, and raw power of 60.3 teraflops. It has a DLSS frame generation, DLSS multi-frame generation, DLSS ray reconstruction, DLSS super resolution, and DLAA or deep learning anti-aliasing. Of course, this GPU is integrated with 16GB GDDR7 256-bit memory. Again, this graphic card is water-cooled, and Gigabyte calls it Waterforce, an all-in-one cooling system. It has a 360mm radiator with three 120mm ARGB fans and 46cm tube length. Plus, a copper base plate is attached to the GPU die and VRAM for better heat dissipation. Not only that, Gigabyte utilizes the liquid metal thermal grease for thermal conductivity between the copper base plate and GPU. There's more to say because multiple layers of protection, including PCB coating, UV resin, and fences, prevent liquid metal leakage and ensure stable and reliable operation. Also, around the 16-pin 12-volt high-power socket is a light power indicator that alerts gamers by flashing light when experiencing any power supply abnormality. Lastly, the whole GPU is protected by a metal backplate for complete protection. With all that is said, let the unboxing begin! As we can see, the box is very sealed. So, let me cut the sealing tape. Here we go. We are opening the box now, and there is an Aorus envelope. Ooh, very cool logo. Okay, let's see more what's inside. An Aorus sticker, and of course, the main subject of this video, the GPU itself. As we can see here, the GPU is tightly sealed and wrapped in thick plastic. By the way, the TDP of this GPU is 360 watts. Now, let's remove this styrofoam to see the entire GPU. This is definitely a 16-pin 12-volt high-power cable. And this is definitely the radiator with 3 ARGB fans. And that's it. That is all inside the box. Now that we have unboxed it, what are we waiting for? Let's install it. And there you have it. We have completed my gaming PC. Now, for the ultimate test, let's run some games and benchmarks. And we will start with Cyberpunk 2077 in 4K resolution. As we can see here, the game resolution is in 4K. For the graphics settings, the upscale type is DLSS. The preset is the transformer model, and it is in quality mode. At the first benchmark, we will turn off the frame generation. Here, the ray tracing and path tracing settings are on. As we scroll down below, we can see that all are in the highest or ultra settings. Now, let's see how many FPS will be the results of our first benchmark without the frame generation feature. As we can see here, the FPS is 39, but the magic will begin on the next benchmark as we will turn on the frame generation to 4 times. Here, the resolution is the same as earlier in 4K, as well as the scaling settings, except that this time the frame generation is on and set to 4 times. Let's find out what could be the result this time. This time is 126 FPS and it has increased by 3 folds compared to 39 FPS. But wait, there's more this GPU can do. Let's overclock it. As we can see, the FPS has increased again to 133 compared to 126 FPS. Oh, and please note that the FPS is still increased a bit more to 140 FPS by running the benchmarks without recording the screen as shown in this image. Of course, by turning the path tracing off and reducing the resolution, the FPS will increase more, and these are the results of the benchmarks. Feel free to pause the video to take a look at the details. Our next game is Hogwarts Legacy. This game is also graphic hungry. As we can see, the game is at ultra or max graphics settings. And here, the resolution is at 4K. The upscale mode is DLSS and in quality mode. The frame generation is off, the ray reconstruction is on, the VSync is off, and everything down below here is enabled. Now, let's see how many FPS it can render without the frame generation feature. As we can see, the FPS is around 60 FPS. Now, let's walk around the hallway to observe the FPS. Look at those reflections. It's impressive how the Aorus Waterforce didn't disappoint.
I don't mind saying that I find it hard to comprehend that Black has a wife. What sort of witch would take that man's hand in marriage?
Look at the FPS, it's also climbing up to around 68 FPS. Now, it's time to enable the frame generation. And let's set it to 4 times.
Be twice as big for Sinjin Moreau. It might have been.
Isn't it remarkable? The FPS is up to 200. And look at those reflections, they're shiny and like a real mirror. The GPU really didn't disappoint the performance. Okay, let's move to the next game, the Monster Hunter Wilds. This game is also newly released. On our first benchmark of this game, we are going to set all the graphic settings at the highest, except the frame generation feature. The ray tracing is set to the highest, the upscale is DLSS, and in quality mode. Okay, now we're ready to run our first benchmark on this game. So the FPS is 76 and almost 77. Now, on our second benchmark, we will enable the frame generation feature, and the rest are set to the highest settings, the same as earlier.
Welcome!
Please
Go
eat.
ahead, help yourselves.
This time, it is 116. We will now move on to our final benchmark. As we can see here, all the settings are the same as the second benchmark, and the only thing we are going to add here is to overclock the GPU. And let's see if there will be an increase in FPS by overclocking the GPU.
Okay.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
Yeah.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Hard to part!
Aye!
There's so many.
They're exceptionally accurate.
Welcome!
Please
Go
eat.
ahead. Help yourselves.
Not bad. The result is 121 FPS. At least there are still 5 added to the FPS. The RTX 5080 Aorus Waterforce didn't disappoint me. I am enjoying and pushing it to its limit. It also amazed me how its temperature is very stable and steady even when it is overclocked and stretched. With this GPU, I can play AAA games in maximum graphic presets even with ray tracing or path tracing enabled. However, it is not a budget-friendly GPU and it's not the best GPU like the RTX 5090. Still, I love this GPU because it is good at 4K resolution, overkill for 1080p and 1440p resolution, and superb in gaming performance. I think that is all I can say about this GPU. And if there is anything I missed, please don't hesitate to drop it in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video.